What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, this little brother Jace. Bro Shot, how we doing tonight?
Doing well. Have the draft in the background, so I'm good, man.
Will it really matter, though?
No, I don't. I don't even know who my actual team is anymore. I mean, the Bulls have been bad for so many years; it doesn't even matter. So, but it's always entertaining. See who actually is going to budget their whole franchise for some marginal player if he doesn't play out.
You said the Bulls, so I had to pull this out here. Just got him in the mail from Pulse. That's heavy duty. I don't know if you can make out his medallion there.
No, not really.
There you go. It's a bull.
Oh.
He's from Chicago.
Oh, see, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd appreciate it. Uh-oh. I don't know why my room is in darkness.
I mean, it's perfectly light out. I mean, it's not even thundering out there. I was like, when you said we were coming here, you're like, it's awfully dark. I'm like, why? You have the same setup every day.
Every day, yeah.
Like when you go live tomorrow, it'll be the same way.
It's gonna have just this much anyway. Let's say what's up to everybody here tonight. Lawson Wallace is here. What's up, Lawson?
What's going on?
How are you, my friend? David Thanos, hey yo, let's try this again right. We got into everything else. We're gonna get it done this time, for real. I promise. Let's see. Royalty is here as well. King Collector. The king is in the building. What's up, y'all?
Yo.
MLC Turtle's here as well. Howdy, everyone. What's up?
Howdy.
Hello, Your Highness and David. Mark A is here. Hey, good folks. How they hanging?
Howdy.
I feel like I need either a Norm from Cheers or an Al Bundy response to really do that justice. Blake Tarbley. Hey, yo. What's up, Jeff? Jace and Chief. What's happening, Movie Files crew?
Good day. What up, boy?
Put this in my head that you're not saying, you mother. What's up? Jalen Parks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dream Team. What's up, Jalen? Are you excited to be part of the Dream Team?
It should be. It's always a great time.
Ryan Daly says, what's up, guys? Are you sure I don't want to reschedule for another night after the NBA draft? I mean, for the millions of people that watch this show, I think we'll be okay. And really, the NBA doesn't care. They always do wild trades and stuff. So the off season is just, who knows? We know somebody's massive is going to get traded. We've already seen some. KD going to his 20th team already. It's kind of crazy.
Look, so how are you feeling about your the Celtics basically fleecing their whole team to get under the salary cap?
What happened? Did I miss something?
Oh, they got rid of Porzingis today or yesterday. They traded Drew Holiday, and I don't know if Jaylen Brown is, he might be looking for a new home.
Where's Drew? Where's Drew going off to?
He went to Portland. He went back to Portland originally, which is actually funny because they traded him
back.
Was it Milwaukee traded him to Portland to get him back to Boston? Now he's actually going
to get a ring. Yeah, Blake. Darkness. It is like the pyramid of darkness here in my office. It's weird. It's so dark in here. I've got all the lights. Like all of them are up.
You can see the ring light in front of you, and it's just like, what is going on?
It's no nothing here. Lawson, Heavy Duties and Michael Jordan of Heavy Machine Gun. Dude, this is a man who is never, ever, ever going to be outgunned. You can't really appreciate everything in the package, but here, he's got this massive.
Gosh,
he's got cannons, Gatling cannons on his shoulder, on his harness. Then he's got rocket launchers on the side, and he's got Gatling guns in front of him. And if that's not enough, on his bandolier, he's got 2 grenades. Then on his belt, he's got 2 grenades, and he's got 2 knives. He's never going to run out of ammo.
Okay.
I don't like that.
That man can never skip. He must never skip leg day. Because to walk with all that, I mean, just to walk up a hill one time with that, I mean, just
I feel like they just drop him in a situation. Wild Bill lowers him down through the winch from Dragonfly, and it's just go blast everything in sight till there's nothing left.
the enemy front line is gone.
Right. And Heavy Duty has a fairly restrained right. It's wild. Margay, speaking of the Bulls, you all seriously need Sirius as your intro music, license permitting, of course. Blade Tarpley, Jeff Cross in the stream, showing off figure files on the movie files. Love it. And we got a movie giveaway here on Lyle's Movie Files, 2 figures. Just to remind you all what's coming up. Let me grab a photo really quickly of the 2 figures that are going to be up for grabs today for everybody here hanging out with us, watching Lyle's Movie Files. 2 figures. Let's see here if I can find a photo. There, finally found it.
I think you had it.
I do, and I just need to do this, and there we go. These 2 figures will be going up soon tonight at some point. Not tomorrow on Lyle's Figure Files, but right here tonight on Lyle's Movie Files, since it's related to a movie. So there you go. Superman and Ultraman, whoever the mysterious stranger might be, and Crypto. So let's not forget about Crypto. Can't shortchange either.
Is it interesting? I know we should have waited for Chief, but it doesn't seem like the Superman's and that figure has a very long neck. It looks a very respectable size neck.
You should have waited for Chief. You're right. Those figures will be given away at some point tonight. Jalen Price, Jeff was supposed to be the beginning of Dream Team is in the house by LA Dream Team. My apologies. Jace, why don't you do it in the correct way?
I don't think, is it a license problem?
Well, good point. Yeah. Boston, why do I type 20 million things at the beginning of each chat, knowing well I'm forcing Jeffrey to jump over all my comments that is to say related to get things rolling properly? Sorry, dude. Actually, it's not as hard as you might think. So if y'all do that, all I do is just start, which allows me to get to it later, and that way I don't forget. And which I'm doing right now. So
yep.
I guess you can see it, huh?
I can see it. Yeah, you got 7, 8 right now. Start
9 times.
9 times.
So let's start here with a little bit of news, and I'll wait for our esteemed colleague to see if he'll show up for this part of our discussion. But let me make sure I haven't ignored anybody else's comments. Where are the Darkness Chasers? Exactly. Heavy Duty is a crazy figure. He is. And yeah, I mean, he's just got so much cool stuff going. It's like, yeah, he's in the queue. So he's going to be next up. Hopefully I'll shoot him tonight. Heavy Duty really needs one of those ergonomic bouncy ball chairs. You're right, Ryan.
Core, this man does not, any day he's not carrying his weaponry, he's in the gym. Just no way around it.
People, the Instatalk saying he looks like a Kenner alien figure from the 90s. He does. Oh, he also looks like a G.I. Joe figure from the 90s, which is so wild because they started going into the extreme characters and weapons, and he's like one of the tamer characters with the obnoxiously large weapon loadout. Like Salvo has a crazy one too, but it's like all of them have wild weapons at this point. Heavy Duties actually makes sense because the way they gave him a harness now as opposed to just carrying it like it's a video game console. That's how the original figure looked, which is crazy. MLC Turtle, the figure itself is great. He does look great. Snake Eyes, howdy, partner. Howdy.
How
are you? Lawson, I can finally throw my hat in the ring for something once again. There you go. You're here. You're subscribed to Lyle's Movie Files, so you are absolutely in the mix. King Elector. He looks like a figure, but I just can't buy those DIC geek Joes. Nah, man, he's way too cool. Just ignore that you ever saw him in that cartoon. That's the way I treat every one of those because I feel like if they were under the Sunbow, those figures would have been those characters would have been so loved. And it's just they got shortchanged badly. Michael Solis. Hey guys, what's up, Michael Solis? How are you?
Hello.
King Elector. He looks like a good figure. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, it looks like from the Temple of Dracula. Michael Solis, don't wait for Chief. He thinks it's Thursday if he keeps showing. Oh man, it's like y'all know. Say his name. And guess what happens? He appears. What up, Chief?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
How you doing?
What's happening?
How are you?
Blessings.
Blessed. Oh man. That is here. Should I go? Should I do this too?
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love to you all.
Oh gosh.
Peace and love to the chat.
He's Zen Chief today, yo.
Then she.
Yeah, man.
So y'all good?
Huh?
Y'all good?
Yeah, I guess as good as I'm gonna get, man. You know what I mean? Got you know me, I'm always with a cold or something out here.
Yeah, man. Well, we've got some things that will absolutely brighten your day, and I'm going to put you into the mix of this as well, because thanks to a Lyle's Figure Files VIP member, today we're doing something special. We're doing a giveaway for 2 figures from what is inevitably going to be your favorite movie in 2025. I'm talking about these guys, Superman and Crypto and Ultraman.
Oh man, great.
That's all you have to do. It's just tune in. It's since you're here, we got you.
I will keep my fingers crossed because yes.
Yeah.
That's
well,
beautiful.
that's news. Make sure to talk about that too. Thanks, bro.
Look at them, man, and it's different heads. You got the laser eye head.
I'm embarrassed for somebody that's called out Supergirl for the blue heat vision all that time for you to say laser eyes.
Well, basically, I mean it's heat vision, laser, right? The one next to it is that the sun rising face? And then the one to the far left is Lois, can you stop yelling at me? So depending on what he's doing, one time he's shooting the lasers, the heat vision, the other time he's admiring the sun, and the other time he looks like he's like, Lois, why? I had to save lives. And then he's got 2 hands. He's got, you know what I mean? The peace and blessing hands.
My hands, one of the 2.
So the other one, he's, kung fu grip, fist. Depending on what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's flying. But then when he's chilling, he's Zen Superman. It's beautiful, man. I love it.
There you go. We'll put you in the mix for it there. And also, now that you're here, I can tell everybody that I did get my press screening email about Superman. Going to see it July 7th. I am very excited. And the first thing I did, because I'm sure you all want to know, was I sent a text out, not to the masses. I sent a text out to those people, and they're both here on screen with me. And I was like, Chief, Jace, here it is. Here's the intel. And you would not believe somebody dragged their feet to go see a free screening of this movie and then try to pull well, you're related, so I guess I'll just step back. I'm sorry. I might have given away who it was that was faking on that.
First of all, listen, chat, that's not exactly how it went.
Woo!
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh.
Just tell us who were there in the chat.
That's not how it went.
Enlighten us.
The text was out. It stayed out unanswered for about a half an hour or so. I answered it. The minute I answered it, here comes the brother answering it. Wow. So now I'm like, yeah, what's up? Oh, I'd love to go. I'm like, oh, well, where'd you come from, bro? I paused on it to see what you was gonna do. Now I'm just like, you know what, man? Go, because I asked what time. So now go on, man. I'm like, listen, go on and do your thing, man. Because the last thing I want to do is get in between the brotherly love. I mean, you know what I mean? Blood is thicker than water.
So, and all this. All right, let's see here. So that's what actually happened. Jay said, if Chief doesn't go, I'll go.
So see, but look after that. Go, Jace. But next time, don't wait till after I inquire. That's so there. So now you know I'm saying what I said. After I inquired, then he jumped in. Who's he gonna pick? His brother.
Again, there is nothing that said only one person could go.
Well, there's nothing that said that more than one could go. He didn't
Hey,
say.
Chief, you want to go? We'll put you on the spot here. You want to go?
And now I feel disrespected.
So
You know what?
I got the pass.
If I do not want to disrespect my coworkers, so here everyone in the world can see, Chief, you can take my spot that I had not even been guaranteed.
You were guaranteed the minute you had the same mother. You've been guaranteed for about 40 some years now, sir.
Hey, you know what, Chief? I know Jace will pay money to go see Superman. I know you will not, which is why I'm extending an invitation again to you to go see it with me.
Listen,
so when you come on to the show on July 9th and go, it was darn decent. I want everybody to hear you saying that early before everybody else gets a chance to see it.
Let me say this. I saw that they did a 30-minute screening somewhere in the world. I forgot where it was.
Mm-hmm.
And people were leaving the 30-minute screening feeling uplifted, like their lives had just gotten better. One dude said he had got there, had just broken up with his girlfriend, and then he saw the first 30 minutes of Superman, and it said it changed him. It changed him. Just as he was leaving out the theater, he said, "You're free to go, shorty. I'm good." I said, man, he texted her and said that after 8 years, after seeing 30 minutes of Superman, that's life inspiring, man. That's what's up right now. Love it. I love it that it's going to be a great movie. James Gunn, you did it again. Let's go, man. Let's go. Cool. They're loving it.
Hey, Chief, let's go. So July 7th, you and me. Y'all heard it here second. Jace is bowing out so Chief can go.
I'm not gonna take Jace's. Let me tell you, the last time
I have no spot. I will, as Jeff said,
you don't even have a dog spot
and see this movie. I have no.
Last time I went and tried to do something, I received a cease and desist from your lawyer, from your firm in the mail. I will not do it. That's not. I don't need another cease and desist order. So
I hope it's not a cease and desist letter.
So cease and desist, yeah. So listen, what I'm gonna do is this. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna try to come on through, man. All of us, the whole crew.
All right. So great. I'll see, you have the information now, of course. So we'll do the thing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to your reaction.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Elbowing me throughout the movie. Yo, I can't believe this is this good.
I'm gonna be like, oh my god,
life changer.
It's the greatest.
Right.
Life changer.
As he has his Daily Planet popcorn bucket, he's like, wow, this is much better.
I don't want the Daily Planet. I want that Superman popcorn bucket that we saw from the last show, the one that the movie's giving out. Where's that?
I thought that was the Daily Planet.
Well, I thought it was something different than that. I thought it was him.
There's a couple of them. Different movie theaters have different ones.
What? Yeah. That's lame. Why did they make it confusing?
Because if you like it, it gives you another excuse to go buy, support your local movie theater.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to another movie theater simply for that. That's crazy. Well, all right, so here's the one. Yeah, Superman's right there with a popcorn bucket.
Is that Daily Planet? I thought it was.
You know what? You're right. I had that way off. Where did I get that from?
That's one, and there is another one. I think there is one with crypto.
That's the one I want.
The crypto one?
No.
You get that one for Bailey?
No.
No.
I'm not gonna get that for Bailey. Neither one of those either. I want that first one, not that one. Not that one.
Plushie.
Not that one.
It's pretty cool pop.
It's a cool one.
It is. Wait, Superman delicious cocktails. What's happening?
It's cooler. Bring out the kryptonite.
Man, we about to turn up. Heroes Flight. Oh, the spicy strawberry margarita.
Only for 21, of course, folks.
Listen, I think we're all over that category. So, well now. takes things to a whole different level.
Yeah,
You know,
Now,
Rich,
do they
back
have
then, you can have a whole
a
prize package, everything.
I'd like to see the kryptonite drink.
the Krypton cooler.
No, no.
I mean, it's green.
I'm not that. I don't respect that. Where is this at a Regal near you? Where is a Regal near me?
I think there's one down in Anne Arundel, actually. But
Mm.
now I'm further intrigued.
You could go to what's that place? I mean, use a correct name here. Verizon Center.
Ugh.
I wouldn't recommend it, Jeff, as Jeff's last experience will tell you.
I'm sure most movie theaters have rats. It's just not nice seeing the lights vanish. And it's like, wait, these lights aren't flickering.
Yeah.
You saw a rat in there?
No, I didn't see the rat. What I saw, because they're trying to make sure that you're getting where you need to go in your seat. And they've got the little trail of lights so elegantly placed on the steps. So where I was sitting, I could, see the lights the whole time. And this was a pretty small theater, so it wasn't like a massive one. So I'm sitting there watching the movie, and like things like your cell phone light that kind of gets my eye attention too quickly. And I'm trying to watch the movie, what's going on. And I'm noticing the lights are flickering on the floor. And I'm like, yo, what's up with the movie theater and the lights? And I'm like, oh, these lights are not flickering. There's
such a disturbance.
A lot. There's a disturbance in the lights. Wow. And then I couldn't focus on the movie because I was like, I don't need something going over my feet because I don't want to be that dude squealing after a rat goes over his feet. I have to be alert. And
does that bother you, a rat going over your feet?
Absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely. I would be on Fear Factor in a room of rats and mice. And I say, Joe Rogan, you can take this money just as long as I can yell at you like the liver guy. Anyway,
I mean, Jeff, Chief sees him all the time on the farm, so it's no big deal.
There's never been a day in my 28 years of working the city that I haven't seen a rat.
Yeah, see,
they don't even bother me. I mean, they don't bother me anyways, but they don't even bother me no more. Rat is like seeing, I don't know, the moon or a star or clouds
up above. What's up, Anthony Rogers?
Anthony Rogers, what's good, man? I was sitting outside. I was at 14th and Park the other day, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was just a rat convention. And I didn't even know rats could jump. This rat jumped like this brick wall. I was like, oh.
What's up, Snuggler?
So that's what's up, man.
What's going on?
Wow. Yeah, got 2 arms.
You're the cool smiley face. That's you, the cool smiley face.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, Margay?
Those arms are pushing me out into the lobby instead of watching a movie. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, man. Hey man, listen. I be right sometimes. Like 90% of the time, I be like 30% right. And that's what it's about.
Wow. That's some great Steiner math right there.
Yep. Neck bone and rice. Man, I wish I had some neck bones and rice right now, man. Gosh damn. Man. Hey. I feel you, brother. Look, that's coming in at the second pack.
Actually, Chief, I don't want to. I'd hate to be the person to bring this to, but before I do that, you asked about more Superman buckets and buckets. So here's what AMC is offering.
Yeah,
this is crazy. This is the Daily Planet one.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. I mean, that is pretty solid, and we got crypto on the newsprint. That's pretty solid. Dig that. Here's the crypto one and a bowl for Bailey.
Come on,
Chief. You know you can't resist.
I still want that Regal. I'm going to the Regal for that Heat Vision popcorn.
That is going to cost $40. That's not terrible. I mean, I like that idea for that. That's pretty solid.
Do you know when they start selling them?
I don't know.
When does Superman comes out?
When the movie
July
starts.
11th.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't come out next week.
Well, hand wash only. Nice. Okay. But I did want to do that because I wanted to share something with Chief that the Figure Foul viewers know all about too well. And I feel like this is going to go over very well. But let's see. Since I'm a glutton for punishment sometimes, Chief, this is the answer to your question, David Thanos. Here you go.
Battle damage. See? Hey, you was right. There is one of him getting, look, he's all dirty. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, excess paneling. That's a lot of detail.
Yeah.
It is a lot of detail. It shows you how lame the suit is. It looks like it's pad, like shoulder padding, right? Or is that me?
Right.
Like, why is Superman wearing a shirt with shoulder pad? Okay, listen, I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what I mean? Look at the neck. Look at the neck.
Michael Solis.
hey,
Michael Solis is comment.
Right. Look at the length of this neck. I'm trying to tell you, man. He's got padding. He's got a long neck.
He literally did Superman dirty.
And then
Retro Robo that looks like Jiffy.
Right.
He's had a hard shift.
Car mechanic Superman.
The baggy shorts. Yeah. It's and then not a hair out of place.
Hey, listen. The hair stays perfect. So that was just for you.
Hold on. Go back. What is that in the corner? Is that a hand?
That's a hand.
Yeah, separate hands.
Oh, it's two praying hands. I was like, what is that meat? But it's
just when he's flying into the suit.
Oh wow, man. Yeah. Who's buying who's interested in the Battle Damage Superman? That's the gold label too. That's that McFarlane gold label. Yeah, Battle Damage Superman 12+. Indeed. I bet I can see them. They're lined up now. Where do you get that? Some exclusive like Target, one of the.
You're absolutely right. It's
I was going to say your local toy retailer.
Right there at Target.
Man, I can't wait to go in, man. Matter of fact, let me get on my phone right now and make the order right now.
Don't go to Target's website. You'll never find
it. Dirty Superman.
Dirty Superman.
Dirty Superman.
Dirty Pop.
Dirty Pop, though.
Oh, God. All right.
Lawson says, in films, Hollywood feels like they have to add scenes, panels, padding, and basketball texturing to make a superhero costume look good on screen. Good grief. And what's really interesting is that when you go to comic conventions and you see cosplayers, they're not having to do all these fancy bells and whistles, and the costumes look great. And I don't understand why they just can't do that. That's that Lois telling Superman sleep outside tonight, sucker.
See, the bad thing is they started doing that in the comic books where they added these excessive paneling. I think it was really apparent in, I want to say, New 52 when they had Batman and all that. Just, what is all this extra stuff? It's okay. Just make it look like it's bad armor. It's been a bad call since this. It's been bad since they started.
I think the little Mac knocked him down a couple times for the end of the
right. When his eyes light up for the heat vision, then that's when you know to strike.
Get that start button.
Oh man. Man, let me tell you, man. He doesn't even need to look over the building. He just
He just
You know what I
cranes
mean?
over there.
Oh,
Body
shoot.
blow, right?
Mechaneck. Was it Mechaneck?
Yes.
Mechaneck Superman.
We detailed that state.
Mm-hmm.
Laws and Jeffrey in the age of high definition, Hollywood thinks regular cloth materials are too boring, which is wild because it's like I don't need all the texturing. Sometimes it's just too much.
I mean,
Let me see.
like if you were to look at the Superman costumes, Superman movie costumes.
All right, let me do that since you're so curious.
I'm just
Yeah.
we got.
Maybe I should just do. Well, no, because I need to pull up. I don't need to pull up Dean Cain. Let's see.
Christopher Reeves, Brandon Roth,
Reeve. There's no S.
Okay.
Sorry. Just like wrong again, worm. Oh, let me see here. Superman costumes. I found it. I'm going to put this into a separate tab so you can see it. And shockingly, this got into a Superman discussion today. Who saw that coming? All right. Now I've got this up and now so you all can see and compare. I guarantee this is not the worst one though. All right, ready?
Okay.
Let's do it. All right, where should I start? All of them. Here is our original deals up here. Christopher Reeve. What's up, boy from the New Adventures of Superboy? That's him, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And there's Dean Cain Superman.
That was a good costume.
There is the one shot of Tom Welling.
That does not count. He didn't wear that. He put on a shirt. Get lost.
Brandon Roth was my S is too small for a super stalker.
And we don't want to commit to the shorts, but we're going to have them on there.
Just in case. I don't like the muted reds either. Here's Henry Cavill, who needs shorts. That's one. That is dark attire. Here is Batman versus Superman attire. Here is my guy, Tyler. One true Superman. Hanging out his black outfit too. Brandon Roth, Earth 2. Then which is this one? This is a Crisis one he's rocking.
Yeah, these are Arrowverse Crisis suits.
Gotcha. And this is the old school version. That is the traditional TV show. I've got my own deal. Don't need y'all. That is the Justice League Zack Snyder cut. Which is this one? This is the Justice League version? I guess so.
No. That's Black Adam.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. And then there's the worst one. Because Nicolas Cage should never have been around Superman. And here's our guy. Superman, gotta put on my boots. It's just a working man.
Well, we can all agree that the Nicolas Cage joint with the fake abs and then the taco meat popping out over the top of the suit. Oh, no. Come on, bro.
By far the worst.
just chest hairs peeking at you. You know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, Brandon Roth's Kingdom Come suit probably looks the best. It's not traditional, but I think it's the best out of the ones we can see on the screen.
I think that maybe it's the center, but it does look cool.
Yeah.
The Black Adam suit, though, for our guy Henry Cavill, looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think we can all safely say Nick Cage is the worst.
Absolutely. Let's see here. You gotta start with that first Spider-Man film. You should have casted him as Plastic Man. Can't like the right, Jeff. I saw a Snake Eyes cosplayer on a Steam at Joe Fest look way better than that movie. Well, that didn't take much at all, right? Lawson says Spider-Man's costume in the first movie looked like his costume was made by Spalding. Snow Glare, Christopher Reeve, and everyone else.
I mean, that one still holds its test of time, and I don't even think it's truly nostalgia that makes us think that it's the best. It's one of the best, but it looks. Hey, this is what I wear. Like everyone, all the other ones kind of look really. And some of them don't pop. Like the original Brandon Roth one was horrible. and it's only overtaken truly by a Nicolas Cage one. Yeah, they're a little high.
It's necessary. So that's the Tyler. Yeah, I mean, and Tyler's a great Superman too, which also helps.
I'm rewatching Superman and Lois. Hey, that third season is so freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bruno Mannheim season is so good. And then, of course, and then they crap on it and bring in Lex Luthor on it. Ugh.
It was a good season.
Tyler got to look good as Superman. He does, and he's such a good Superman too. It's not even like he tried.
I see. Okay, it's how I think we did a discussion on who is the best Batman and who is the best Bruce Wayne. I think Tyler does a very good job at both being Clark Kent and his Superman.
All right, let's do it real fast then. But let's see here. King Collector. I still haven't seen Black Adam. I had no idea Superman was in that movie.
Again, it's when the Rock changed the he's changed the landscape of the DC universe and got everybody fired,
and including himself.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. So David Thanos says Christopher Reeve was a man. Hard to argue. Dark Knight 297. Nothing beats Christopher Reeve Superman. Lost. Christopher Reeve Superman was perfect. Retro Robo. You got to look at that first costume test. Nick Cage Superman suit. It had lights. We can't say Nick Cage is the worst when someone's only wearing. Well, that's not even Nick Cage. It's like a CGI creation of Nick Cage wearing that outfit. So
that's true. And they still added chest hair. That makes it even more weird.
Watch the entire TV show with all the seasons to see a T-shirt. Cage is Timu Superman.
Right.
Austin, when I do the Superman Returns Kids book, I seriously asked my editor, do I have to draw him with the little stripper shorts? All right, ladies, coming to the stage is Brendan. He's the Superman you've been waiting for.
I mean, because you can even see in the Kingdom Come, they actually help, they move the shorts down like, okay, these little small shorts don't really help me kind of, by having the little micro shorts in that area. Come on, guys, and help me out.
Yes, and he's the real one that asked that question too earlier. Nick Cage. That Nick Cage looks like the Ghost of Superman's past, right? MLC Turtle.
Yeah, that joint is horrible.
Lex Luthor, you've done poorly for your life.
Like, that's the real Bizarro look. Yeah, it's just wildness. I feel like I've missed some comments from earlier. Let me go back real fast here. Coal Miner Superman review. Yeah, let me see. How the Superman premiere, Chief? I gotta go to the bathroom, Jeff. Yeah, but it just started. Chief never returns. Why are you laughing so loud, Chief?
Does Chief have the keys? Yes. Yes, he does.
Yeah, man.
Well, I wonder if they're marketing Superman anyway. Right. Where's the Superman bar? Right. He has to at least watch the first 30 minutes so it can change his life. Exactly, right. Snow Glare. Mm-hmm. Super cocktails. Goulet. Now you can get super drunk.
Oh, yeah. Those cocktails, man.
Superman cocktail. It's a Cosmo girly drink.
After a hard day of getting grilled out by Lois, you're going to need one of these super cocktails.
Those are the worst. Really? The worst ones.
Wow. You didn't like the one where the X-ray vision one? Because I'm going to a Regal theater for that one.
Well, we have a whole show. Check out the last movie clips of our whole discussion on good popcorn buckets that have been out in a while. So.
We need a Fortress of Solitude bucket, aka the bucket of solitude, complete with cellophane S wrapper.
I'd have bought a bucket of solitude, a Fortress of Solitude bucket.
That sounds like the bucket Chief was talking about. You have up in the last row of the movie theater.
It sounds like it should come with chicken though instead of popcorn. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
General's fried chicken.
Yes, they did. I'm looking.
Yeah, I was like, I think we saw one.
They actually have it, and it's literally exactly what you just said. Boston. Here is that bucket and bucket. Bam! So there you go.
Come on.
And to let you know, that thing is 3 foot tall, so you get about 300 ounces of popcorn.
300. It's a lot of popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes. Retro Robot, yeah. Hey, Jalen, you know, when you're in a circumstance where it's like, all right, there could be a rat here, it's whatever. In a movie theater, you're kind of invading space, man. I've seen it. New York City rat carry a hobo away. It's the secret of NIM interactive movie experience. Right? No,
what was it? Don't go to watch
it took me forever to watch Ratatouille.
Oh gosh. I'm surprised you actually made it through that movie.
I mean, only because it was animated and because I was not in a position where I could turn it off. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, I think I've caught everything now. Yes. Okay.
You got a standing cup over there?
No, I just got a hydro flask.
Okay.
It's a good. Hey, this stuff keeps water cold. At least 12 hours.
Nice.
Here comes Brandon, the Man of Steel. Nick Cage's Superman suit looks like a Hasbro toy. Yes, for children 6 and under. Very, very plastic.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably need the super cocktails by the time the film gets rolling.
Okay.
King Collector wants to know, Jace, did you say The Rock got everybody fired? I didn't hear about this story. What happened with Rock?
Well, Rock after Black Adam started getting real like, hey, I'm the one who brought Henry Cavill back. It's me. If you go on his, I don't even know if it's still on his Instagram page, but after Black Adam dropped, he was just, it's all me. I'm the greatest. Black Adam is going to be the best bad guy, good guy, in all of DC universe. Single-handedly, it's me. And then probably by the end of before the second week was announced, the box office number, James Gunn and Peter Safran said, hey, we're the new heads of DC, and all that's canceled. There's no Black Adam, there's no Superman, and all the movies that we have lined up will come to our new universe if you go see it. But more than likely, it's not going to happen. So, yeah, got everybody fired. He got a little too big.
And that text did prove true. We do have a special guest that's gone again. Let's see if he will pop in here. Tony Tone. That's a long title.
I think that's Jonas.
No, that's EPMD. Whatever you want. Oh no. Whatever you need. Crossover.
Oh.
Look at the avatar. Allen Iverson. Crossover. In honor of the draft.
How are you?
I'm miserable. How are you?
All right.
I'm good. I'm just joking. How's everybody? Long time no see.
And we're talking about the fiasco with The Rock getting everybody fired.
Nuts to him. The final boss is a jackass. Nuts to him. We've had enough of The Rock, dude. Look, your tequila, the coming back to WWE, and then I watched NXT and his wooden daughter up there trying to deliver lines like it's a B movie.
He's the absolute worst, man.
Worst.
This annoys me so much. Every time she's on screen, it's like, man.
God.
Everybody
Jeff,
else,
just
everybody else. She's so bad. It's
Jeff,
like,
it can't be
hey,
just us, bro.
no. The only, you know why she's there. Gosh.
I don't know. Tell me,
Ooh.
please.
Yeah, when one of the board members says, "Hey, so my daughter has a job," well, yeah, of course, yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course.
She's awful.
Awful.
Okay. But that's where you start, when you're just starting in a business, you usually go to the second rung of the best promotion in the world to really get your chops.
She's lousy.
Yeah, we make you the youngest general on paper general manager or whatever. But here's the thing. I would like to see that you have the chops to carry your segments.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Everyone needs
every
to carry
time.
it.
Oh my God! Every time she gets screen time, I just cringe because I don't believe anything. If she were to tell me it's raining, we could be standing in the middle of monsoon season in Indonesia, and she told me it was raining, I'd still check the weather. I don't believe
Let me check
anything.
my Weather Channel app.
No.
Yes.
Honestly, Wet Willie's, what was it? Liquid Octane? Stay away.
Oh yeah, let's put you out for your whole trip in Miami.
Okay, hey, we don't talk about that, okay?
Sorry. Mark A. Superman was about to talk, and Black Adam just said, "It doesn't matter."
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Did you watch Black Adam? I'm trying to remember if you did, because I know you were like,
That was doo-doo juice, man.
so yeah, that was, oh man.
Okay. All right. Okay. Black Adam. If you took out the Superman scene out of a scale of a scale of
What's
1
up,
to
Blake?
10.
I'm sorry, Jason. I'm loud and wrong.
No, it's okay. If you take out the Superman scene out of Black Adam, the movie is probably about a 6.5.
That's generous.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd rather watch a dude eat a 14-foot hot dog, man. That shit was garbage.
it's like, I mean, the fact that Black Adam just does not use door, I think that'll be a cool thing. Why am I going to waste the CGI budget on you breaking doors? You're not a moron. I mean,
Hey,
even
hold
if
up,
you're 1,000 years old, they had doorways. What?
What was The Rock's supposed ethnicity in that movie? He was like Middle Eastern, Iranian, something, right?
Egyptian.
Egyptian, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Retro Robo, this is true. He didn't want to be in a Kitty Shazam movie.
But I mean, that was that was the big problem is when you say, hey, your main bad guy, you're the main bad guy of Shazam. No, I want it to be Superman. Okay, we'll find something at another project. Because they had the animated movie where it's Black Adam versus Superman and Shazam. I'm saying that right. I'm sorry, not Captain Marvel, because that's just confusing. Shazam. And that was good. But once I don't want to be part of the Shazam universe. I'll be an executive producer of Shazam movie, but I will not fight Shazam in the sequel that would really actually kind of make it, something that people would probably go see a little more. And that was just a disaster. And I mean, and it happened to kill everything in the DC universe.
Yes. It's so much better. Lawson, I didn't watch Black Adam because I don't care to watch supervillain films. The fact that it was The Rock sealed that deal.
Hey, Jeff. Snow glared through a arrow just now. He said something to the effect of, The Rock is for kids because when people become adults, they realize how hollow he is. And I was having that discussion on Job 2 with a guy he's like a big Rock fan from, of course, the wrestling days and carry on to a movie career. And I'm like, dude, I can't name one Rock movie that I like. I can't. And I'm like, yeah, because it's hollow. There's not one performance where you say, yeah, he delivered. Am I on the island with that?
Yeah, I like Rock's roles in the Fast and Furious films. I thought he was good in the Doom movie. Faster. I really
Yeah.
liked.
That was the one I was thinking. Walking Tall, he wasn't bad. I know that was a remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like Rock as a movie character more than I do as the person who's talking about his movies, trying to be trying to be. Yeah, it's so amazing. I don't like that role that he plays. I like him playing the character he plays on screen, not the one where he's sitting on the couch with Jimmy Fallon or doing promos with other people. It's like, ugh. King Collector. Yeah, I never even wanted to watch Shazam because it looked like they were ruining that character.
What do you think, Chief? Because I'm before I jump in
about the Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam was cool. I thought Shazam was. I don't want to say it was really kiddie. It was. They were kids, so it had that element of a child being an adult. But I mean, for the action in it, and it was Mark Strong, right?
Yeah.
And the first one, Mark Strong. It was decent. I got to remember Megan Good is in that thing. I'm just saying, there's a reason to watch a movie. So and it had a lot of action.
What do you think of the second one? Because I really do like the first one, but I don't know what happened.
The first one was better.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it that. But I always feel like these secondary movies during that time were movies that they knew they were going to move on from and then put a lot of love into them.
Yeah.
So they did them, but they kind of did them like, you want to do something? Look, you remember that guy we met at McDonald's said he could do a movie? He could direct one? Yeah. He gave you his card, right?
The McDonald's guy.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really a card. It was his number on a piece of paper from a Big Mac. Call him up.
You didn't even give him napkins.
Tell him to not only direct it, but write the script.
They're all out of napkins every time.
And
Ripped off the part of the bag. It wasn't in my napkin.
Right. Tell him to write the script. And we'll just produce the movie, man. You know what I mean? We got some money to burn off. We'll just throw it out there. And that's how I feel like they kind of were like, here, eat this. You know what I mean? Where I think if they had taken time to do these movies right, instead of ruining that, ending the world there, and in that specific world, I don't think DC would be where it is right now. With the hate they receive, because they built the world, they destroyed it in front of us, and then they said, "Listen, we want you to pay again for this new world." Which you never finished the old one. The old one never came to an end. There was never It
you
didn't
remember
come to an end.
Flash?
There was no justice.
Flash was the end of the DC universe,
Bro, there was no Legion of what's the
Legion of Doom.
Right. There was no
Rush.
Like they were setting it up with Luthor to put together a squad to go after him. Yeah. You're hungry, right?
I don't know how it was.
Oh shoot.
It's like I need a Black Adam. And about right. Yeah.
You're hungry.
Yeah,
right?
I was disappointed with the second one. It was fine, like you said, but it was like they all kind of get a little bit of a pass. And I felt because with Shazam, the first one where James Gunn was like, none of this stuff counts. Hey, anybody, can you hear me? These movies don't count.
except if they made money. Then I may count them. Yeah.
Yeah, so and
I feel like that worked either way. If you actually had something flying around, or you're just like swatting the hopes and dreams of DC EU fans.
no, man, I was a moth,
Oh man,
and I'm not.
you didn't even have a flame.
I'm not fond of moths, and at least
Really, rats, you just kind of but moths are like,
I'm not afraid of the moth.
It's gonna annoy
I
you.
just don't want. I mean, I don't want a rat in here either.
Okay. I mean, you're allowed to see him every day. On
If
the
we don't
farm,
pay
on
rent,
birthday.
he's not.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, listen. I mean, if I saw a moth in a movie theater, I would let him live on. I would just be like, "Oh, there's a moth in here."
You do the same.
know.
You saw a rat in there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What are you gonna do?
I guess you're done with the bucket at that point.
I don't think it's gonna.
I'm not eating the popcorn. That's for sure. The popcorn is going to be set down. Not near me. I set the popcorn down when they're moving through. Oh man.
There you go. Oh boy. So let's talk about something that I get constantly annoyed with these comic book TV shows, these movies, where the fan base decides we don't need to see second one of it. We hate it. Ironheart premiered last night, and I was like, oh, okay. Disney has a lot of faith in this one. They didn't send me any episodes to screen. And so I was like, Jace, watch the first episode so we can talk about it tonight. I knew Chief was busy, needed some rest, so I didn't bother. And Jace was like, yeah. And then I saw, of course, the headlines. Ironheart gets review bombed. And it's like, of course, what else is new? Because it's just what happens every time there's something. And I feel like the worst part about it is the show could be really miserably terrible all on its own. And I'm going to go, well, let me check because, these guys are hating on it. Maybe it's not that bad. And I think Disney and Marvel have done serious work to try to eliminate the review bombs here, or at least go like, listen, don't hate on this show, this property, because it's part of the Marvel family. Have had Robert Downey Jr. showing up on all these different things, hitting up Dominique Thorne and going, hey, I'm definitely supporting you. I'm here. Iron Man's got your back. Iron Man loves Ironheart. And they've just been really making sure that people who want to hate on it just for existing are like, listen, y'all don't count. You don't matter here. It's all about this. Oh man, it's going to show a video. So let me do this really fast. On IMDb right now, you can see the rating before it goes to the video. Check that out. 4.3 out of 10. Why? I watched the first episode. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, of course. It's establishing Riri Williams, her whole point for this series, what she's about, what she's trying to accomplish, introduce her supporting cast. It's certainly not a 4. It's not a 5. It's not a 6. It's not a 10 either, but it's somewhere in that nice, positive, chief spectrum of, hey, this is solid. This is a good way to start. Now, it could get worse. It could also get better. So that's what I wrote for my review. But it's just like, man, if they can't do something like this where people won't even give it a shot, then you have all these complaints. Oh, man, MCU, Marvel, and comic book movies are sucking. What do y'all think? Are you going to watch Ironheart? Are you going to give it a shot? What's your thought on this one?
I'd like to go first because I watched it.
All 3? Okay. Did you watch all 3 of the first one? Because all I saw was the first one. Okay, cool.
First, it's an establishment, and I'm gonna tell you this. And you know me, I stir the pot. I don't give a damn what you think. I think, like all things, when we show black characters, ethnic characters in these roles, people have a problem with it. Certain people have a problem with it. And I stand on it, man. We're not, being black is not a monolithic experience. We can do everything. And if you can't deal with us being a part of the universe, whether it's MCU, Star Wars, like when John Boyega talked about the hate that he experienced, it's being a stormtrooper. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, it's
straight.
It's the universe. Like, it's the galaxy. Anybody can be anything. They got monsters and shit. If Jabba the Hutt could be a gangster, why can't a black man be a stormtrooper? What is your problem? Like, I think this is the same thing we encountering here.
Been a Jedi, first off.
The black man was a Jedi.
No. That was Disney baiting and switching everybody. It was the dude on the poster has a lightsaber, and then you switched it up on us to say,
You
"Oh, he's
switched it
not."
up.
Like, so it was Disney who did him dirty, and I said, if you, I know there's some he has the comments that shows he was getting hate, but it was the Finn character. It was he was cool until you ruined him in 2 consecutive movies.
Thank you. There it is, Jace.
That was Disney. That was Disney and the 2 directors who just made him a running joke versus actually a good character.
An actual character, with a story arc and complexities. I'm like, look, man, back to Ironheart. We're establishing a story. She's a young black female, and she's taking on this mantle of being not being, but Iron Man, and any character that's beloved like this, whether it's Iron Man in that universe, whether it's Iron Man, Cap, whatever. We saw the hate that Anthony Mackie got with portraying the new Cap. And as I always ask people when that comes across, was the movie bad? Nobody can ever answer that question.
Did you want them to see the movie? What are you talking about?
Thank you. Exactly.
Like, whoa. I didn't see it. I just said it sucked. Okay.
It just said it sucked. Yeah, I didn't watch it. It sucked.
The thing about that is it was. I mean, they did that in the comic book. It was not my Cap. It was they. We know we're gonna get hate. We're actually good. This time we're gonna double down. We will write a story about you hating on it.
And that's the damn.
You guys will do it.
And that's the damnable part about being a minority. I'm not just harping on the fact of being a black man. That's all I've ever been. But the thing is, how does an Indian or Latino or Asian feel? Because they got zero representation for the most part. It's minimal. How come we can't fulfill roles within these universes without somebody, tearing us down, tearing down these characters, tearing down these efforts? Based upon nothing more than you just don't like it because it's not a person that looks like you or represents what you feel is you. Hey man, we all people. We going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person just like you.
Here's my thing, and I'm gonna take 2 points. One, it's a whole lot easier to hate on something when you change the identity of something. When it has been established for years that this is this person, and then you change the makeup of that person, and I'm saying gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation. Whenever you change that, people are gonna be like, no, dude, that's not who that person is. Now, I mean, so I mean, and there's characters. Even I'm like this. Like, hey, you can make the best thing to do is make a new character. If you have it. I mean, again, I'm saying for the most part, people in Hollywood or writers are very creative people, and you can. I mean, the best thing you can do for your character is make something. I mean, because who was it? Tim Drake. And I'm just was Harley Quinn. That's the even better one. Harley Quinn was not a character until Bruce Timm made that character, and now you can't get enough of. I mean, listen, not everybody, but a lot of people can't get enough of Harley Quinn because they made a beloved character. That's the best way to do it. It's do your thing and make. I mean, if you were put on a book, a comic book, all right, you were on a comic book, and you said, "I got a year run. I'm gonna make my new character for the first. I'm gonna make them an integral part of the story." And if people love it, cool. But I'm going to make that character something to be talked about versus another character that I've changed and then for one person, for one story, and then maybe the next author just gets rid of them or changes how they do it. It's way better to put your stamp on, this is my character, let it go.
But you have to be given that opportunity to do so. And when you try to establish that and the backlash is real just because this is a different representation. This is not the same character. Neither one of these characters are the same character, right? They're their version of. Cap, Mackey's Cap is Captain America or whatever, but this is a different character altogether. This is a different person. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Yeah. That's the thing about it. When we come into this, We all know we're four black men up here on this panel. We know what it's like to not see your have your representation. But we come into the character because I love sci-fi, I love action, I love adventure. I'm not judging based on that. Give me a character I can support. You don't have to look like me. You don't have to.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go with my second point. I watched maybe 10 minutes of Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of took me out is, hey, and again, and I'm hoping it's explained later on. It's don't you have a Wakanda grant? Because that's where I remember you from. Why are you in MIT when you've made the Iron Man suit? Why are you? If you need money, just sell the suit to Hammer Tech. Why are we doing any? I mean, it just did not compute to me, and I hope that part gets a little better because you're a genius level. You don't have to be in school. You can just make money in the private sector. You don't have to struggle to make ends meet if you were a genius. So was that explained more?
I mean, I only watched the first episode, so not really.
Okay.
Not really, yeah.
All right, before go, because I want to watch more, but I was just curious if anyone watched it because I was like, why is this getting review bombed? It's the first episode. It's not even enough. And it's not horrible to the fact of like, this is terrible. Whoever came up with this idea should not work again. It's fine. It's starting off, and like I said, it could go either way, but it's certainly not oh man, they totally don't. I mean, like when I watched the first episode of The Acolyte, I was like, wait, the Jedi just got killed by a throwing star. What's happening? That was like, I don't know. And hey, maybe it's a possibility she's a twin, but whatever. Let's find, because I don't want to let this time go without letting this happen tonight. So, we're in like this. Maybe we're coming out of the golden age of a really great era of comic book movies and TV shows where they basically couldn't miss, where it was like all the stuff was good. And some of it was because everything that happened before it was so bad. Like the rare moments of something being good were like, oh, that's great. And it was like 10 or 15 more things that were just awful. And that made me, start thinking like, hey, we can gripe and moan about these TV shows, the comic book characters, and they're not nearly as bad as they were 30 years ago, where it's like, all of this is bad. Hey, look, there's a good one. So, and Michael Solis helps me out. I was hoping that was the case. I figured it was, they did a lot of table setting, so that makes sense. Mm-hmm. All right. So what are the best and the worst comic book movies from, I said 92, but you can go before that if you'd like, even though I feel like I know which ones we're going to say for anything before that, before 92, up to 2005. I said up to 2005 because that's when Christopher Nolan dropped Batman Begins. And I feel like, at least from his corner, because he was basically the only one cranking out DC stuff around that point, that's when the quality of their movies started to shift. It didn't really take an effect until way later, after his films were done. So we got Dark Knight, and we get Dark Knight Rises, very creative title. And then we got the Zack Snyder films, which I will contend were not that bad. Certainly not as bad as people want to say. And then the MCU started in 2008. So what about that space before? So 2005, up to 2005, what are some of the best and worst? Let's do this how we typically do it. Let's do a best and worst, and we'll just round table it up for a little while. Lost and untrue. We're going to talk about these Fantastic Four movies being part of the best. Right, Jace? All right. So, Chief, why don't we start off first with you this time?
92? Mm-hmm. Or just...
You can go up to 2005.
Oh, just anyone in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit 94 real quick, right?
All right. What you got?
For whatever reason, I enjoyed Blank Man.
Sure, you got the assignment, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
He
so
enjoyed it. That's his pick.
I enjoyed Blank Man, and I think you know what you can do with the Fantastic Four.
Watch it with our watch along because we still got a few more to go before Fantastic Four.
Come on.
Blank Man was not on my bingo card, says Snow Glare. But David Thanos says this is one of my favorites. With Thanos always lined up.
Hey,
Meteor Man next.
I like Meteor Man.
Pluto Nash.
Blank Man was great.
Hey, man. J5. Yeah, hey, man. I like Blank Man.
All right,
Am I doing the worst or am I doing the
You not do a best and a worst.
So okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go. Blank
Anthony
Man.
Rogers got your back too.
Yeah. See, and then we're definitely gonna do Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay, got it.
The worst. There's so many options. Okay, which one?
I'm talking. I just went. Hold on. Any of them?
Way to do the dramatic. Any of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking Fantastic Four here. you pick one. It sucked.
Wow. That's untrue. All right, let's see. Let's see where will I go with my first one. I will go one of the better ones. I feel like this one's underrated. The Thomas Jane Punisher movie. Because I feel like they were doing Punisher.
Yes.
Now they said it in Miami, not New York, but I mean they got the whole feel of it, and it was really doing the Garth Ennis run of Punisher. We had the Russian, and the fun stuff they did was fun. Now I did not buy Rebecca Romijn as the apartment neighbor who's not wifed up and somebody's trophy wife, but the rest of it I could play along with. And John Travolta was fun. I mean, the cast was good, and I thought Thomas Jane had a nice, detached sense of like, I don't care about anything anymore. My family's been killed, and I thought he nailed that role. So that one I always feels underrated, and I really like that one. That is certainly one pre-MCU Punisher film. I don't think it's enough love and credit. For the worst, let me stick with Marvel. I'm gonna go with Elektra, and I didn't love the casting of Jennifer Garner in the first place because I'm like, yes, she did Alias, but I think we can find someone else to play Elektra Nachios better than Jennifer Garner. And they couldn't for whatever reason. And she worked really hard. I mean, her fight scenes are solid, but the movie's awful. And there's only one redeeming part to that movie. And I think they kind of
the playground fight.
No. That's Daredevil. I'm talking about the Elektra movie.
Oh, my bad.
Worse.
That was awesome.
But yeah, if you know what I'm talking about from the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. But that's it. The rest of the movie is awful. So that's my first round. Jace, what you got?
All right, I'm gonna stick in one family, make my life easy. Pre 2000, one of my best is Batman. Batman Returns. That had the coolest cast of bad guys to me, and Danny DeVito was really good as Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer was awesome as Catwoman. And that was Michael Keaton getting the, okay, I am top billing. It was very much like Christopher Reeves. Okay, this is my movie. The sequel is mine, right? Okay, good. I own this movie. This is my show. And I think he did a real good job. And even having Christopher Walken as a third tier bad guy was also like, oh, embarrassment of riches in this thing. Great.
And he was great in that too. Actually, it's a lot like that.
Oh.
And Chief, pay attention here. Blake, best. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. X-Men 2, Spider-Man 1 and 2, Blade, Orgasmo.
Again, I actually just sent Javon the theme song of Orgasmo a couple days ago.
Anthony Rogers, ooh, that Punisher movie was dope. It was. And I'm like, I feel so bad for him because he just gets no love for a movie that was they tried so hard to stay true to the Punisher. I mean, he was doing some
so
wild
solid,
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
You
guys.
had Kevin Nash as a cameo in there. That movie was solid, dude.
It was a scenario that John Travolta just was too much of a bad guy. It was bad guy gets too much screen time.
No, because Punisher doesn't need to talk. So him just reacting and doing stuff every so often, solid. And John Travolta is a charismatic enough bad guy where he can carry his in a little bit more if need be. So yeah.
All right. So my bad is Batman and Robin. Ugh. That was an abomination. That should have never happened. I don't care what the reason was. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger and you cast him as Mr. Freeze instead of his Bane. It was right there. I don't care what the guy says. Hey, how about I play somebody else? No, you're going to play Bane. You know we made Bane based on you, okay? Get over it. And just not doing that and actually having just the super bad puns, the super bad costumes. Just it was bad. So that's mine.
All right, King, what you got first?
First for me, The Crow. The Crow is like that. Not the original. Second, of course, Blade. Batman. The what's my man? Danny DeVito as the Penguin and
Batman Returns.
What Batman Returns? Walking as whatever, I forget the character who he played.
Max
and
Schreck.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Max Schreck, yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer, that's 2. 3, that's a toss up. I love the Billy Zane Phantom. Nobody likes that movie. Nobody likes that movie. It hasn't been on cable since it was out. It hasn't been anywhere since that movie was released. Nobody likes that movie and gives it any love. I want to add Spawn, just because I love the Spawn character, but Spawn was kind of whack. It was kind of whack.
It was whack. Oh, come on.
It was whack, man.
Are we doing are we doing live action movies?
Well, honestly, what was the Batman animated that came out? Was it Mask of the Phantasm or Mask of the Phantom or something?
There was a couple of them. I was gonna say my next round has one of those.
Yeah, I think it's Mask of the Phantasm. That was really dope. Worst of the lot. I can't count Mario Brothers as a video game before they did a little comic. That was doo-doo juice, man. That was terrible. The Batman movies after Batman Returns. Either one, the one with Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, which should have been good, but I just wasn't into Val Kilmer as the Batman. The one where they put nipples on the bat suits and they just added everybody, like they just threw Alicia Silverstone in there because Clueless or whatever. She was hot, so they said, "Hey, Batgirl, whatever." What was some other terrible ones? Prior to 05, Jeff.
Damn,
I didn't say.
You have to say them all right now.
Yeah,
I know.
We go round robin, just one.
Okay, Catwoman. I'm gonna throw Catwoman in there because that was horrible.
Huh?
Yes, they were, Lawson. Yes, they were.
Okay. All right, Jeff, what you got?
I already did mine. Chief, what's your next one?
Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. I love that movie.
Wait, which one was Demon Knight?
Solid. That came out like 95, didn't it, Chief?
Yeah, man. Jada, Will Sadler.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Zane. Well, then there, Mo. You know, this place is now condemned. My man, Uncle Willie. Yeah. That joke was just a good. It was just a good ass movie, man.
It might be on Amazon. Okay.
How
It's been
is
a long
man,
time
that
since I
movie.
watched that one.
That
How
movie
does-
was. I love that
Yes.
movie. What's wrong?
how does Tales from the Crypt, that probably was related to HBO, not streaming on HBO Max?
That's an excellent question.
That's a great
Yeah.
question.
HBO Max is lame.
Gosh.
What's
You
your
know
worst?
what's funny?
Oh, go ahead.
I didn't really have an opinion of this movie. It wasn't a great movie, but I didn't dislike it until I saw the remake. Like, has that ever happened to you? Like, you see a movie and you're like,
Yeah. All right.
Never
What
say
you got?
never.
and then a movie comes out and you're like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
What
What
did
you got?
what Judge Dredd, bro? So
I am
you watch the Stallone version and you like,
Oh
but
man.
then you see the joint with my man there, and that movie
Carl
is
Urban.
different movie.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the hell did they serve me back
With
then?
Sylvester, that was trash.
He doesn't know about the 3 seashells. What? Hey, let me
No,
tell
that
you
was
something,
that was demolition.
man. Oh, well, Judge
That was
Dredd,
good
whatever it was, it's all the same to me.
Yeah, you might as well.
They all sucked. Once you saw the Judge Dredd movie, I Am the Law. So they had the brother. Didn't they send him to some cannibals joint that was at what's the funny the dude that ain't funny no more?
Rob Schneider.
Right. And,
Was he ever funny?
Huh?
No, I was with Jeff. He said Kevin Hart. That's not funny no more. I was like, yeah, was Kevin Hart ever funny?
No, man. So once I saw Judge Dredd, the new one, I went and looked back at the old one. I was like, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? What the hell did we watch?
What's that, Randy?
Randy, what's up, man? So yeah, that joint made me angry. So I'm giving the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd 2 thumbs down, and if I had more thumbs, it would get those 2. And then just for somebody finally did the movie right, and I didn't even know there was a right to the movie. That's what angered me even more. I didn't know it could have been this great. Why wasn't it this great back then? So yeah, those are my 2. Well, I guess it would 3 if you put the Dredd, the latest Dredd in there. But yeah,
you got to cut out now.
Yeah. I'm gonna get ready to dip, man. Listen, it's been great, man. It's been great.
Sounds final, man. You're not getting fired. What's going on?
I just, I'm just saying it's been great, man. Appreciate it.
It's been an honor,
man. Thank you for allowing me to come out here once again on Lyle's Movie Files and give it all I got, man.
Well, thank you for giving it all you got.
You know,
Get some rest. Hope you feel better, and we'll talk to you on the text there.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Blessings. Peace
Blessings.
and blessings.
Blessings, everybody.
Shalom.
Shalom.
The next time. All right, so let's see. For me, another best and worst. Blade 2 is one of my favorites. I really like that one more than the first one because I like the bad guys a little bit more. They're like, whoa, it's crazy. And I think they're able to better do the technology because it's like just a little bit too far off from where they can go at that point. What was the sequel come out? 2002, 2001. I think they were able to match up to what they actually wanted to do. They didn't have to do some janky, CGI. I was like, all right, cool, we're here. And the Blood Pack is a cool little crew to get taken down. And we got Johnny Yen in here. We got Ron Perlman. It's like What do we have? What's happening? So I really like that one. I think that one. Typically, I don't like saddling the hero with a bunch of other characters, but I thought it worked really well in this case, and then did not in Blade Trinity. So I'll go with that. Was as a worse one, even though I really enjoy Ryan Reynolds practicing his Deadpool to start things off. I think Dracula is terrible, and you can't have two really good Blade movies setting up this guy battling all these vampires, then bring the king of vampires and he's lame. So
Lame.
yeah, it's just that was really awful. Really, really awful.
I got it.
All right. How about you now, bro?
Okay. Since you're graciously allowing me to write a comic animated here. One of my best is Batman, the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker.
Yes.
That thing is so good. That storyline was so good. I mean, just to the point of ridiculous. I mean, it was Egg, you got Mark Hamill, you got Kevin Conroy, and everybody's doing their voice. And that's, I mean, just the storyline on how Joker gets back is really good. And then when you actually think about what happened, it's like, oh gosh, you are a bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, in the, I guess the unrated cut, actually, it's weird. I actually like the TV version a little more, but I mean, that's both of them are very dark. It's like, oh, that happened. My worst is Men in Black 2. I hated that movie. I'd watch that movie more than anybody forced to watch a movie. Because at my video store, we had to watch movies just to pass the time. And Men in Black 2 was one that they allowed us because it was PG and we had to stay within PG. And that was one that some people put in before I got there. I'm like, did y'all really like this dang on movie? It sucks. I mean, the bad guy sucks. I mean, just all things. Just, we got rid of Kay. Oh, but we're gonna bring him back. Haha, it's so wonky and funny. It was garbage. So that's my two.
Lawson, I'm gonna have to fight you here. Guilty pleasure film will always be that 1980 Flash Gordon film. That film is awesome. Don't feel guilty about loving that movie. It's not bad. It's just
not at all.
Awesome.
And we did the watch along for that movie. We had a ball.
It's not Alan Quarterman.
Yeah, nah, I love that movie. No apologies, no asterisk needed for me. You could have put that as your best, and I'd have been like, yeah, I agree with you. All right, J. King, do you have anything left?
I want to throw in the Shaquille O'Neal Steel movie. It's worse.
Yeah,
that was terrible, bro. That was terrible. If I gotta throw in another best, Dick Tracy. A lot of people don't like that movie, but I liked it. It wasn't like I love the throw. It was a comic come to life. It really stayed true to itself. I love that movie.
And you know what? You say that, and I feel like that's why some people didn't dig it. They wanted something else. But I was reading the Dick Tracy comic serials, and they did like a big collection of the comic strips. And I was like, this is just like those. And I don't know why people were, it should be. I'm like, this is what was in the comic strip. If you like that and are here to watch the movie and complaining about how the Dick Tracy movie is, what are you here for?
You know, honestly, Jeff, I think when that movie came out, and that was what it's predating 92, right? So it's probably 91. So I'm probably a year ahead of our deadline or behind our deadline.
Let's see here. No, I feel like it's still in there. It's got to be in that mix. I'm just trying to find it. Oh boy, because why would that be?
Gosh, yes. You got me in the next
90. So well, it's fine. It can still. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it. All right. Yeah. It's like I think what happened. We're coming off the heels of '89 Batman. And I think that's what people kind of wanted to see and keep it in the vein of.
Yeah.
But this movie is not set in modern times. The story itself is not set in modern times. I thought they did a great job of staying true to not just the fact that this is based on a comic, but the comic itself and being a comic book come to life, man. It really it really did the trick. So I can't, you can't shame Dick Tracy. That was a good movie. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I like it too. I'm surprised hearing people didn't like it. I was like, oh, okay.
Same here, Lawson. They were doing T-shirt giveaways. Hey, hold on. I'm sorry, Jeff. Mark, hey, RoboCop 2, bro. That's my favorite terrible. It's a good bad movie, dude. I watched that last night. RoboCop 2 is deliciously terrible. I love
it. You're on your own now. I can't. I was like, man, they didn't need to do anything else. They didn't need to do a reboot of RoboCop. The first one is a one and done. Call it a day. We're done. Gosh.
But Jeff, the sequel was so bad it was good. Everything from when they dismantled RoboCop and they threw him out the limousine in pieces, right?
Oh gosh.
He's sitting on the ground squirming. Hey man, that movie was so bad. Just the fact that when he went to electrocute himself and his partner went and knocked him off the what do you call it, the transformer box with a 2x4, and then let's pick him up with our coats, everybody. Like, stop. This is stupid.
Oh gosh.
Too dumb. All right, Jace, your turn.
Okay.
I love the RoboCop video game.
All right. My next one is Josie and the Pussycats. It's one of my favorites. That movie understood what it was. It was trying to be funny. It did not take itself at all seriously. Mm-mm. If you were in on the joke, it was hilarious.
We need to watch that one because man, that was great.
I mean, like,
I really like that one.
The boy band, like, and I'll never forget. That's why I remember the words. The Inner Sandman. I'm like, like that movie just will have me dying laughing. And my next worst one is I unfortunately can't get to Sin City, so I'm gonna have to once again reiterate: Spawn sucked, especially since we had to go to a midnight showing of that movie and didn't get home till about 4 a.m. and that movie sucked. Just, I don't
know if I finished watching RoboCop 3.
Did you get through 2?
3 was terrible.
Barely.
Hey, David, RoboCop 2 is the Godfather compared to 3.
Oh, God. See, now that seems like an actual test of, hey, we could use a bad movie. Like, all of us have to accept this is probably going to be horrible. RoboCop 3 might break through.
It was that cartoon because they do a much better job. 3 had a robot. Let's see here. Can you check to see where this is? RoboCop 3. Where is it streaming or playing?
And I think the weird thing and what annoyed me is because Spawn, if you think about it, Michael J. White is a cool looking dude to play Spawn. It was Rob. Gosh, who's the creator of that? Of Spawn?
Todd McFarlane.
Okay. It's just, accept your rating, R-rated movie. Don't have John Leguizamo as the bad guy.
I think they played the clown. It was just some bad ideas happened there.
Bad ideas. Okay, thanks, Dr. Solster. Yeah.
All right, let's see. So I'm going for my last round. I haven't mentioned this yet, and it just makes the cut. Constantine. Keanu Reeves was really good in that, and this was after The Matrix, yeah. So he was getting this cool career resurgence, and he did a really good job with it. The only gripe with it is he didn't dye his hair blonde. But beyond that, he was really good. I thought they did a really nice job of putting all kinds of cool elements into the movie, and it felt like this should keep going because it's the kind of thing where they can sneak that it's a comic book thing and nobody's going to know. And, okay, it's just a fantasy franchise, but it did not work. But I really enjoyed that and happily still have it in my collection. For my worst, where can I go? I'm going to stop here. I can't, in good conscience, to myself, put Catwoman on the worst list because reasons. I will put Superman for the Quest for Peace, though. That movie is so bad. And it's so bad because they reuse footage too. It's like that Simpsons joke. Sometimes to save on expenses, we just run the same footage over and over. It's just like Superman is flying his way at us the whole time. And the nuclear man with the nuclear nails, it's like, how do you make this cool sounding bad guy lame? Oh, that's how.
Oh,
And
because we decided to put, we don't like how his voice is, so we're gonna just have Gene Hackman dub over the guy. It's gonna be great.
just bad, and bad. Mostly Turtle says, "Don't finish it." He gets a jetpack and slaps people with ham. I feel like we need to do a watch along now. Now I feel like this warrants a watch along. Like we can find it playing on somewhere.
Oh, which one?
RoboCop 3. It just sounds too ridiculous not to watch. And they're ninjas fighting RoboCop. I'm sold on a bad movie there.
All right, y'all might win that one.
Keep David voicing him. That sounds like the way to go. Rick Cage. RoboCop 3 is deliciously dumb, superfluously uncalled for. Yeah,
It really is.
superfluous. Yes, one of my favorites, Big Hero 6. When that come out? Is that past our? I felt like that was after.
I think that is.
Just from like before 2005, because I really love Big Hero 6. The only bad thing with Constantine is they waited 40 years for a sequel. Yeah. I mean, but you know, Keanu Reeves didn't look that old. Also, another bad thing, we didn't get season 2 of Constantine. Thank you, MOC Turtles. We are here. Absolutely. I mean, I can't watch that movie because it's a bad movie. My brain, this movie makes no sense. But I'm like, sorry. Exactly. Make Nuclear Man sound like Gene Hackman. Superman: The Quest for Peace is so bad. The stench is still lingering in a cloud or metropolis. Why? Because he wanted to do it.
No, yeah.
He wanted to do this whole anti-nuclear thing, and it was like, it was so well-intentioned. And I feel like with a screenwriter, that could have worked. Or money, it could have worked, but it's so bad.
The problem, I mean, there again, you're right. Christopher Reeves wanted to do it, but then also the studio was not going to have the budget of Superman 1. I mean, because Superman 1 was cost overrun. And then unfortunately, each time they decided it was diminishing return, so we'll let you reuse all these Superman footage fights where he flies. And the special effects are noticeably just piss poor. I mean, and that's before you get bad Nuclear Man fight. So yeah.
Nuclear Man's not a great out. It's just there's so much wrong with it. And we have to watch that before we see Superman 2025. But that has to be on our watch along list.
I'll agree.
Gotta watch Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer and a terrible one from 2015 before we watch Fantastic Four. We've got to watch Superman: Quest for Peace and Superman Returns, Super Stalker. So yeah, we got to do that. We need all the news collected and fishing out. Yeah,
Superman 3 wasn't no trip to the bakery either.
You missed Superman 3's watch along, sir. That's not that bad. I also have reasons for liking Superman 3. I will say Chief correctly said it was absurd that Richard Pryor's character took a ski jump off the building and then landed. That was too much.
That was terrible.
How much of the budget was filmed, based on this stuff? Because we should have this isn't.
I don't feel like that was actually a stunt. I just feel like they just.
The opening scene of Superman 3 is so just. Why are we spending all this money? We have the nuclear plant, which actually is a really cool scene, and then we start this whole first act with all this ridiculousness. Oh gosh!
Add Pootie Tang to the list.
I was figuring Javon was going to put.
Don't you disrespect Pootie Tang?
I just might, sir. Jeff, my biggest challenge: get Chief to watch Fantastic. Yeah, it's going to be.
Oh, we're going to have to lie and tell him something.
Mountain. Yeah, we're going to watch this great Halle Berry movie. Anthony, Catwoman should be. It really should. But I give that movie several passes. One is Halle Berry is starring in the movie, and yeah. So that's 1 through 50 of the reasons why I can't give it a bad one. Also, it's like a totally different Catwoman. So it's not Selena Kyle. They come up with a whole different thing. So you don't even have to associate it with classic Catwoman. And I think that was super smart because the movie is just like, what's going on? But yeah, sorry. Lost in Rumors Condor, man. We had to get Lois Lane out of the way. Oops. It's no too long food. Thanks for everything. No, it's Julie Newmar. Aquabe saying hi to Margay. Say the tay booty tay is okay.
Separate time, my Damien.
Fresh Robo says, Chief said earlier, but let's not forget the great Megan Good and Shazam. You know what kind of terrible multiverse we're in? Worst variant of Kang is hanging out with Megan Good.
Hey Jeff, we live there.
Oh, right. Yes. Now there are more reasons. All right. So I think that's everything I got there. Everybody's comments in there. Why don't we do a giveaway?
Brrr.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be fun. So what I need to do first? Oh, simple. I need to do this. I need to first. I need to make you move your tab to a new window. Great. All right. As I mentioned before, we're going to do
Giveaway.
a giveaway. And last time before you can't see it, I'm going to show you what we're giving away for everybody who came in late. And if you're here, you're in the running. So that's all good. So thank everybody here is a subscriber to our fine Loud's Movie Files channel. This is what you're going to win. The Ultimate Edition Deluxe Theatrical Editions of Superman and Crypto, Ultraman. You're in the running. All you have to do is put in this hashtag. Wait, Jeff, Catwoman gets a pass? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That Joker, no pass. No pass.
Even though it's outside of the range, that movie sucked.
Yeah. Snake Eyes, Jim Carrey's a mass discount as a comic book movie, and that movie was amazing. What year did that come out? I don't remember. It could. I mean, I thought it did a fine job. Mask. Okay, there you go. Mask counts. Yeah. I'm telling you, on Earth 2, that Nick Cage Superman is killing it. He needs to. Would prefer the coal miner Superman figure, but on a side note, I believe in you. Yeah, it is. You're correct. I'm sorry, I've been quiet tonight. I googled dirty Superman in a vaccine. Oh man. Oh, Ryan Daly, folks. Just always coming through. All right, let's see. Let me do this. We'll take this off now, and let me get you all to the new one. The new window. Remove totally. Stop that screen. Let's get to a new one. And all right, guys. So this shout out to Chief is what you need to enter in to get into the Superman and Ultraman giveaway. Hashtag neck. Shout out, Chief. So put that in now.
Like, now that seems like it'll get you the virus, frankly. Okay.
All right. While we're doing that, while everyone's putting their hashtags in there, Jace, it's time. Chief Jay King, it's that moment here. Who are your nominees for Dummies of the Week? There's so many.
Oh, so many. Always.
All right,
going first?
Jace, why don't you start us off? Let's do something different here.
I mean, I'm actually out. I cannot find a reasonable, easy dummy of the week. So
wow,
I'm paying attention to news and teams.
I feel like you have not. All right, I'm gonna go with. I've got to go with Sensei Kreese for biting his co-star at a convention. She was make sure I get her name right because that was just the wildest thing here. Like, what's going on?
What?
Here?
Martin
Yes.
Cove, yeah.
Martin Cole bit
Martin
somebody?
Cove. He bit his
Yeah.
co-star.
The
Yeah.
And
hell?
yeah, he bit her on the arm. And okay, scrolling through the long cast now. Of course. Alicia Hannah Kim. She plays the other sensei of Cobra Kai this last season. And
Mhm.
she was coming by and just kind of like put her arm out there. They're like, hey, what's up? Because apparently they play fight or whatever, and he bit her. And she was like, what are you doing, dude? And it's wild. As at first, he's like, what? We play fight all the time. I don't know what kind of play fighting they do if biting is part of the rules of engagement. He apologized today and did the whole, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so ashamed, etc. But pretty wild. And maybe he's not going to get invited to any more Cobra Kai reunions. We'll see. Or they'll keep him at an arm's length away.
You know what's funny? Bill Hader has a really funny Martin Cole story that he told on, I think, Conan.
Mhm.
YouTube that, y'all. That checks out.
Should have been protecting that.
I mean,
it
at the very least, I'll say I watched the video of him actually making an apology on camera, like, hey, I'm sorry, my bad.
okay. I mean, sometimes that's all we need.
Yeah. So, okay.
Just apologize. Lost. My dummy of the week, the Liver King. I don't love Joe Rogan, but Joe would kick his non-liver eating behind. He thought it was a cobra. He was cosplaying as a snake.
Oh,
all right, Jay King, who's your nominee? Good sir.
Jim Jones. And everybody on this Jim
gosh.
Jones train for Jim Jones versus Nas. It's like, I know, look, some people are deaf, some people have bad taste in music. But if I held up a photo of Jim Jones, who looks like a 50-year-old at-risk youth, versus Nas, and asked you, who do you think is the better rapper? I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the people are going to say, just by sight, Nas. Hey, Jim, I dig it. Hopefully this makes it past your desk. It probably won't. Who am I? But I get it, man. Cameron Giles, your man said it. No man can be the man. He ain't a fan of his own. But this is absolutely crazy talk, delusional. This is like that. Remember when Family Guy spoofed Gary Busey and his head was snakes? It's his reflection of himself. He's like, how am I doing, Gary Busey? You're doing great. Like, this is Jim Jones to me saying that I'm up there with Nas. You're not. You're not up there.
The funny thing about this, there was a kid who was literally saying, hey, Nas is, one of the most influential rappers ever is Jim Jones. Nas has never had anything that high. And it was
this is where some child.
It was some kid who had never left New York. And it was like, Jim Jones is just more for the culture. I'm like, have you ever left your little small borough? Because no.
But see, Jace, that was the problem with that kid. He's talking about like Jim Jones is wearing chrome hearts when nobody was. It's like, look, I can dig it if we talking about like on some Zoolander shit, like he was a fashion icon or something like that. Fantastic, great. But when you talking about like what they're known for, their rappers, like their craft, Jim Jones couldn't hold Nas's microphone in the case.
Remember Jim Jones and
Jay.
Whatever the crew, Dipset. They couldn't beat the Locks.
They didn't remember that. Jim didn't know his own lyrics. Jim didn't know his own lyrics.
Like, so you're saying Nas was actually, as I said, Nas on Illmatic has what 8 of the greatest songs ever in
hip hop history.
Ask somebody, hey, what's your favorite Jim Jones song? And they're like, who?
Well, I said this about that to somebody. I'm like, look, I can go across continents and say Nas, and I'm gonna guarantee you, I look in a record store, somebody might have on a Nas t-shirt, a Nas poster might be hanging up, somebody might be playing, all I need is one mic, or it ain't hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
I can go to Helsinki, Japan, Israel, Egypt, South Africa, Rome, anywhere, and Nas is known. if I said Jim Jones balling, if I said Jim Jones first, somebody might think the guy that was responsible for the Guyana, the massacre, the cult massacre down in Guyana. If I said no, the
Right,
rap.
exactly.
Somebody might say, "Oh, balling." I remember that
Exactly.
briefly.
You mean the cult guy?
cult guy?
Depends. Sort of.
And I'm like, look, I understand. It's like with sports media when they make up stories just because there's nothing else happening. You got to feed
Oh
the beast when
gosh.
there's nothing to eat. That's Jim. He right now he's riding this wave because for what it's worth, when the last time you heard of or thought about Jim Jones? You haven't. I get it, but
Not
let's
even
not
right
go.
now.
There it is, Jeff. Jeff, let's not go crazy, Jim. I mean, I dig it. No man can be the man. You ain't a fan of your own. But when you start talking crazy like that, and then he went on Shannon Sharp, which I thought was hilarious because
Oh my
Shannon's
God,
up
that's
there.
hilarious.
You ain't better than it. Dipset don't even like you. They like no before Shannon up there stammering and stuttering and all of that. I thought that was hilarious, man.
Hey, at least Shannon was like, he's like, he was very much. You're delusional, right? You are talking crazy. I don't care what you're saying, but just stop. That was so funny because I mean, you can show Shannon was visibly like, "Are you serious?"
Like Shannon was getting upset, man. I thought that was so funny, and Jim is doubling down. And I get it, man. Jimmy, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's hard to come across. Don't come between a man and his meal out here in 2025, right? But Jim, come on, man. It's other ways, man. Nas is no Biggie. Biggie is no Nas. So there's that. Nobody is anybody. You know what I mean? You're your own.
He thought he sold more than. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
He thought he did. He really thought he did, Henry, until he Googled. until he Googled.
Hey Siri, pop his bubble. Sheesh.
Like he really Baldwin gassed him up, man.
That's a travesty. All right, it's 9:59. Let's do this giveaway for the Superman multiverse figures.
Give it away now.
All right, let's see if I can keep this going and keep it moving on the screen at the same time so y'all can see as it goes. See our winner. Yes, great. Austin Wallace.
Congratulations.
Nice. The guy who provides so much for us. He actually gets something. Very cool. Nice job.
All right, Lawson.
What? Absolutely.
You did it. Hooray.
Austin. Congrats. This was great.
They was calling shenanigans. Don't worry, James. What Jeff said that's bullshit. We ain't giving that away. What it really is Taco Bell coupons and track phone minutes. Congratulations, Lawson.
Excellent. Thank you, Lawson. Congratulations. For a thought, for sure you. Yeah, right. No, he did not this time. Congrats. He's going to give away them. Well, congratulations. And thank you, the House Figure Files VIP member, for providing that giveaway. And hope you enjoy it, Austin. All right. Well, that is it for this one. Thanks, Chief, for hanging out with us, fighting through the sickness. Jay King, for stopping through for your quarterly visit. Appreciate you. Jace, as always, bro shot.
Always, brother.
Dark Knight 297, Lawson, Mark A, David Thanos, Blake Harpley, King Collector, Jill Rick Cage, Esquire, Jamie Parks, Ryan Daly, MOC Turtle, Retro Robo, Snake Eyes, Snow Glare. Let me see. Henry G. I miss anybody, bro? Randy. Aquabay, of course.
King Collector.
Yeah, let's see. I think I've got everybody now.
I think so. Oh, Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Yeah, I think we're covered. All right. Well, guys, as always. Oh, wait. David Thanos King, you need to be here more often.
Y'all don't want too much of my shit. A little bit of me goes a long way.
James says can't come through for watch long. Yeah, man, you got come through for watch long.
All right, I promise, man. I do a lot of work, man. I got 3 teenage girls, man. Black girls need a lot of Jordans and baby hair products and eyelashes and shit. It's a lot, dog. I'm gonna try my best. Hey, David, I'm coming off the bench. I'm checking that bitch from the bench. I ain't even checking in. I'm throwing the ball into the bench.
I didn't need to run a play. I got it from here, Jeff.
I got it from here. Give me the ball.
Right. Tomorrow, I'll be back on as always for Loud's Figure Files. Probably talking a little bit of that fun stuff about Yojo June that wasn't, and all the new figure drops coming. Your Marvel Legend Wallace are about to get hit hard, and apparently the Snake is about to ship. Get ready. So for Jace, for J King, for Chief, signing off. This episode of Loud's Movie Files has been filed.
Peace, y'all.